tip we really need to keep in mind is that first bite of the meal itself. Studies have shown that if your first bite is a carbohydrate, like the bread that they have at Italian restaurants, or tortilla chips that they have at Mexican restaurants, or long breadsticks at maybe French or other Italian restaurants, if you start your meal with a bite of one of those carbohydrates, studies have shown that you're more likely to eat more carbohydrates, less protein, less vegetables, and more overall in that meal, which is very strategic on the part of the restaurants, because if they give you a little cheap bread at the start of the meal, that means that you're going to be more likely to order a heavy carbohydrate dish, something like a penne pasta, that might be cheaper than the salmon, but is a much bigger markup for them. And because you're going to be eating more overall, now you're more likely to order an appetizer, maybe even a dessert. So it's always a good idea to make your first bite first a cup of water, if you can. So that's the first thing we always want to fill up on, because studies have shown that people who have water at the start of the meal tend to have better weight management throughout the course of their life. But we really want to be going for a vegetable as the first thing you eat, because we always tend to go back for our first bite. The first thing that we ate is what we tend to go back to. So if your first bite is a vegetable, you're more likely to consume more vegetables in the meal, as opposed to that carbohydrate one. So if you go to a restaurant and they have a really good spinach artichoke dip, but they serve it with a big loaf of white bread, try asking the waiter if he can bring out some celery sticks or carrot sticks. They usually use them as garnishes or as the base for a soup or salad. Ask if they could bring those out, and you can actually snack on the celery sticks and carrot sticks with the spinach artichoke dip and your water to start your meal rather than the bread. For more on living healthy, living well, be sure to subscribe to emPOWERme.tv. Follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook.